Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Goodbye, Hugh.
Shut up.
In Fairfield, an older man became the victim of a bold robbery right at his front door. A masked man approached him, pulled out a weapon, and stole the cash from his pocket.
Shut up. Come on, take everything out your pocket. Give me no.
These robbers haven't been caught yet. Margaret Woodward, a 68-year-old resident of Long Eaton in England, experienced multiple break-ins at her home throughout 2013, a total of 5 incidents. Following advice from the police, she decided to install security cameras. During the 6th break-in, recorded at around 1 a.m., a man moved silently through her home as she slept in the living room.
Why didn't my dad tell me?
I think he was trying to protect you.
I will sign papers. I don't want an innocent man to have to pay for his crimes. Just promise me one thing.
Okay.
Is that it? Yeah, I'll administer the Narcan now. Your father will wake up right away if you want to see him.
Your choice? Look, we both know your father screwed up, but he hid the truth because it didn't hurt you.
I'll make the request. I just need you to get him on the phone. He'll take your call. You guys have been friends since law school.
As a friend, I would have to advise
Yeah,
you.
he's already done 35 years.
I'm not suggesting he stay in prison.
The governor pardons him on action on conviction that he pleads guilty to the prison murder and gets sentenced to time served.
So the upstate DA and the warden get what they want.
He managed to steal several items, and Margaret remained unaware until he triggered an alarm, prompting her to wake up and chase him with her cane. Using the footage, police identified the intruder as 51-year-old Patrick Reed, who was behind all 6 break-ins, stealing around $1,000 from Margaret in total. Reed was sentenced to 4 years and 8 months in prison. In New Jersey, a mother and her 2 daughters were alone one night in their 2-story house. While they were upstairs, the mother began hearing strange noises coming from downstairs. Concerned, she checked her security cameras through her phone and saw an unknown man walking around on the 1st floor. She quietly barricaded herself and her daughters in an upstairs bathroom and called the police. However, the police response was delayed, leaving the family to watch the intruder move through their home on the security footage, hoping he wouldn't come upstairs. Fortunately, the man did not approach the 2nd floor, and by the time the police arrived, he had already left, taking several valuables, including the homeowner's purse. Authorities could not identify him, and they couldn't determine if he was armed. In September 2017, a Las Vegas couple noticed unusual charges on their credit cards. At first, they assumed they'd misplaced the purse containing the cards somewhere at home, but after seeing unauthorized transactions, they realized the purse had likely been stolen. They checked their security footage, expecting to find a moment when they left home without the purse. Instead, they discovered something even more alarming. Two men had scaled the backyard wall in the middle of the night, slipped in through an unlocked back door, and quietly entered the kitchen. The intruders gathered valuables, including the purse, while the couple slept just a few feet away on the living room couch. The video shows the burglars moving carefully, seemingly aware of the homeowner's proximity. Thankfully, the couple remained undisturbed in their sleep. Otherwise, the incident could have taken a dangerous turn. Despite having video evidence, the police were unable to identify the suspects. At 1:55 a.m. in Fruitland, Florida, this guy showed up at a woman's place. She asked him to leave, but he wouldn't listen. Not even her dog could scare him off.
Leave or I'm calling 911. Get him, Luca. Who's there? Get him, Luca. Who's there? Who's there?
After asking him multiple times to go, she ended up calling the police. When the cops arrived, this guy tried to get into the house, but they caught him and arrested him.
Hey, man, what's your hands? What's your hands? Come here. Hey, don't give us traffic. Come here. Hey, Durant Park Police Department, come here right now, or I'm going to case you. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Brother, you go in that house, I'm going to light you the up. Let me see your hands. Come here. Now. Come here. Come here. I can't get over this. Get on the ground. Whoa. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Okay. Get on the ground. Okay. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. You are under arrest.
What?
Put your hands behind your back. Do it now. Get your cuffs. Get your cuffs. I got it. Blake, we're fighting. Sorry. You're good. I got this. I got this. I'll break your arm if you do not move it. I got one. I got on his back. I'm gonna tase you people stop. Give me your hand behind your back. You're gonna give me your hand. Give it to me. I got his hand. Oh, shit. This one. Give it. I got it. I got him. Get the f*** up. Blake, we got one detained.
The homeowner then told the officers that her bike had been stolen from her backyard before.
No, but I have the trail back here. I've had a bike stolen on my backyard from the back entrance. So.
RC's 215. Yeah. For at least resisting at this point.
Resisting.
Okay.
Burglary.
He's high. That's kind. So. Alrighty. Can you write me a statement? Just you've never seen him before, and you told him to leave.
This is a great example of why it's better to call the cops instead of getting involved yourself. Who knows if the other person could be dangerous and harm you. This guy showed up at someone's place, claiming he needed some plastic, and then just went ahead and took it.
Right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Yeah, I take this plastic outside. I put the whole floor. I need the plastic. You understand me? I take a plastic here. I need to put whole the floor.
Luckily, the homeowner was around and gave him an earful, making him leave.
Who are you? Go away. No, that's my property. That's my tarp. You're on my property. It's not yours to take.
You needed this?
Yes, it's mine. You're trespassing. Get off my property. You harassed me yesterday. Get off my property.
People really have no shame these days. Stealing is just not cool. In Hudson, Wisconsin, a woman opened her blinds one morning to find footprints in the snow outside her bedroom window. The footprints led up to her window and then back in the direction they came, raising concerns that someone had been watching her. She installed a security camera pointed at her window to address her suspicions. A few nights later, the camera recorded a man returning and peering into her window. The woman alerted the police, who traced a vehicle seen leaving the scene to Robert Cecina, a prominent executive at 3M, where he held the position of Global Critical Account Vice President. When questioned by the police, Cecina denied being the man in the video. However, after interviewing witnesses and gathering additional evidence, the police confirmed that he was the intruder. As a result, Robert Cecina was charged with felony stalking and subsequently lost his executive position. In Casper, Wyoming, this woman showed up at someone's place claiming she was there to pick up her mother-in-law's package.
Outside. If you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Hi, this is my mother-in-law's package. I was wondering if I could just take it.
When she didn't get a response, she just took off with the stuff.
I'm just taking it. I have the receipt for it.
She didn't leave her name or number, and she definitely didn't have permission to take anything. That's just not cool. In the morning, Joey Archer, his wife Beth, and their young daughters were awakened around 6:30 a.m. by the sound of their doorbell ringing repeatedly. Joey rushed to the front door, thinking it might be a neighbor needing help. Meanwhile, Beth checked their security cameras and saw that their car was no longer in the driveway. To her shock, she also saw a bearded man trying to break into Joey's car using a shovel. Upon seeing the man damaging his car, Joey decided not to confront him and instead called the police. While this happened, Beth warned their daughters to jump out of the window and run to the family barn to hide. As the girls ran to safety, Joey saw the intruder turn his attention to the front door and begin using the shovel to break it down. Fearing for his family's safety, Joey grabbed the shovel at the right moment, hit the intruder on the head twice, and chased him out of the yard, subduing him until the police arrived. Afterward, the family chose not to reveal the man's identity for safety reasons, but the intruder was charged with residential burglary, criminal trespassing, and vehicle prowling. Upon reviewing the security footage, the Archers discovered the man had been on their property for about 30 minutes before they woke up, rummaging through their garage and even backing one of their cars into a ditch. Joey later described the invasion as every dad's worst nightmare and urged other residents to install security cameras. In the aftermath, Joey purchased firearms and upgraded the family's security systems to prevent a similar incident. While it was never confirmed if the intruder was under the influence of something, his erratic behavior and prolonged doorbell ringing suggested he wasn't in his right mind. The Archers kept the details private, so the actual cause behind the man's actions remains unknown. In Hempstead, this kid tried to steal a bike from someone's house. Just as he was about to take off, the homeowner noticed, and the kid ditched the bike and ran. He needs to learn that stealing isn't cool, or he might end up learning the hard way someday. On the night of Saturday, March 10, 2018, at around 10:20 p.m., a terrifying robbery occurred at a residence near St. Luke's Hospital in Milwaukee. 3 men approached the house, slipping into the backyard and setting off the floodlights as they headed toward the back door. Surveillance cameras at home recorded the alarming sequence, showing one man armed with a weapon signaling another to kick in the door. After several attempts, the door finally opened, and all 3 men rushed inside. The mother was sitting on her bed when she heard the noise. At first, she assumed it was just her son playing basketball, but the reality was far more frightening. Her son, who was downstairs, sensed something was wrong and dashed up the stairs, shouting urgently. Panic set in as the mother tried to call the police, her hands shaking so badly she couldn't unlock her phone. While chaos unfolded upstairs, the 3 intruders ransacked the first floor, rummaging for valuables and grabbing a few electronics before fleeing quickly. The invasion lasted only about a minute, leaving the family deeply shaken. Reflecting on the ordeal, the mother expressed relief that the intruders didn't make it upstairs, noting that after watching the footage, she realized just how close they had come to climbing the staircase. The incident is still under investigation by the Milwaukee Police Department's Detective Bureau, and no further details on the suspects have been released. Despite the trauma, the family is grateful to have escaped unharmed. This guy showed up at someone's place offering some kind of services.
Hello?
Yeah, hello? Hello?
Yes?
Is anybody home right now?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, I'm here to see if we can help each other out. I'm Mike from Momentum. Have you heard of us before?
No. Did I have an appointment with you?
No, I'm trying to see if we could set up an appointment.
No, I'm not interested.
You don't even know what I'm for. How are you not interested?
Because I'm not interested. Could you please leave?
Do you think he was legit, or just trying to trick the homeowner into opening the door? In November 2009, Joe Cummings, who lived alone in a small New York apartment, noticed food mysteriously disappearing from his fridge and pantry, items he was sure he hadn't eaten. After this happened repeatedly, he confronted his girlfriend, suspecting she might be eating the food, but she denied it. Unsatisfied with her response, Joe set up a camera overnight to catch the culprit. When he reviewed the footage the following day, he was horrified to discover an unfamiliar woman, not his girlfriend, climbing down from a hidden storage area in his apartment. This space had no external access and wasn't connected to vents or exits. The video showed the woman rummaging through the kitchen, eating food, and drinking milk. When Joe briefly entered the room, she quickly hid, but once he left, she continued taking more food before disappearing into the storage area. Shocked by what he saw, Joe called the police. They arrived and arrested the woman, but it was unclear how she had gained access to the apartment. Joe suspected she might have entered through a fire escape on the roof. The police speculated that she may have been living in the storage area for weeks and possibly planned to rob him, though her true intentions were never confirmed. In West Covina, California, a guy showed up at someone's house at 1:30 a.m.
Cristiano, ugly. Come on, man, look at some dope. Oh, man.
The homeowner told him to leave, but he didn't, and jumped over the wall into their backyard.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You're denying me, man. Where's Max, yo?
The homeowner and their neighbor called the police, and the guy was arrested. In October 2016, a family in Florida awoke to discover several items missing from their home, even though everything had been in place the night before. Curious and concerned, they reviewed their home security footage. The cameras revealed that around 1:30 a.m., an intruder had quietly entered their living room, while some family members were sleeping on couches just a few feet away. The intruder moved around the room, gathering valuables and passing them to an accomplice waiting outside. Notably, the accomplice appeared to be armed. After seeing the footage, the family immediately contacted the police. Despite a thorough investigation, the two men were never identified. Authorities suggested that if anyone in the home had woken up during the incident, there was a high likelihood of violence. In 2023, a series of break-ins in Franklin Township, Indiana, caused widespread fear, with a thief ransacking over 24 cars and homes in less than a week. On July 13th, Carla Wilson woke up to find some of her jewelry missing. As she searched her house for it, she realized her front door had been left open. Upon reviewing footage from her Ring camera, she saw a bearded man wearing a hoodie walking around her garage the previous night. The thief had broken into Carla's car a few days earlier, stealing the garage door opener, which allowed him to enter the garage. He stole money, an iPhone, and sunglasses from another car. Not satisfied with these items, he used WD-40 from the garage to lubricate the door and then picked the lock to break into the house. Once inside, he went directly to Carla's bedroom, where she was sleeping, unaware of his presence. He then casually walked around the living room, stealing jewelry, including Carla's favorite diamond ring, while she slept just a room away. After spending about 7 minutes in the house, the thief exited through the front door without waking Carla. The police believed he was an experienced burglar, well prepared for the break-in, as evidenced by his actions to prevent the door from squeaking. They also suspected he was responsible for the recent string of break-ins in the area. Though it was unsettling for Carla to watch the footage and realize her vulnerability, she woke up unharmed and used the video to alert her neighbors. Despite the numerous break-ins, the man was never identified. Jerome Kennedy and his wife, homeowners in Pittsburgh, began hearing strange noises from their attic in July 2017, loud enough to wake them up at night. Initially, they ignored it, but they noticed a light shining through a pipe over time. Believing their neighbor, who shared an adjoining wall with them, was responsible, Jerome called the police. However, the neighbor denied any involvement, and without proof, the police couldn't take further action. Determined to discover what was happening, Jerome set up a camera in the attic. No noises woke them that night, but Jerome still decided to review the footage. What he saw confirmed his suspicions. His neighbor, Robert Harila, was seen crawling around the attic with a power drill. With video evidence, Jerome called the police again, and Robert was arrested. Investigations revealed that Robert had created a removable wall to access the attic and had drilled several holes into the shared brick wall between the two homes. This evidence, along with the footage, led to Robert being charged with stalking and trespassing. On June 18th, shocked, Jeff locked himself in another room and waited for the police to arrive.
I have no idea who this is.
45 dispatch, I'm 1015. Stand up for me.
In October 2021, Keen Winchester and her son were home alone when their typical day was interrupted by loud banging on the front door and a man yelling for help. Unsure of the man's identity, Keen decided to ignore him. However, the banging and yelling grew more intense, and it became clear the man was attempting to break into the house. In response, Keen grabbed her son and barricaded them in an upstairs bathroom. While hiding, they heard glass shattering as the man broke into the house, an event captured by the home's security camera. The intruder used a piece of firewood to smash a window and then climbed inside. When she heard the glass break, Keen urgently called the police and explained the situation. It took the police about 10 minutes to arrive, but during that time, the intruder could not find where Keen and her son were hiding. When the police finally arrived, they arrested the man, who was later hospitalized for cuts he sustained while climbing through the window. The motive behind the break-in remains unclear. The man had no connection to the family, and police suspect he may have been under the influence of something, though they never specified what. It is also unknown what the intruder would have done had he found Keen and her son. This story might make you think twice before opening the door to someone selling chocolate. In Stockton, California, a man knocked on a woman's door, pretending to be a candy bar salesman. For years, it's been common to see kids selling chocolate door to door to raise funds for school events or charities, but this was no typical fundraiser. It was a setup for a robbery. Footage from the home's Ring camera shows when the supposed candy salesman initially seemed to leave. But as soon as the homeowner opened the door, a group of armed suspects suddenly appeared from behind the house, weapons drawn. They pointed a weapon at her head, threatening to shoot if she didn't let them in. As the supposed candy seller walked away, he quickly returned, set his candy aside, and put on a ski mask to join the others in the robbery. Earlier that day, a neighbor's security camera captured the same man attempting the same ruse, but in that case, the homeowner had refused to open the door. According to a spokesperson from the Stockton Police Department, the suspects, believed to be in their late teens or early 20s, forced the homeowner to lie on the floor. At the same time, they ransacked the house, stealing various personal belongings. After grabbing what they could, the robbers fled the scene. On Monday, July 25, 2016, Jack McKercher and his girlfriend Jordan Barkis returned home from dinner in Chicago and fell asleep on the couch watching TV, as they often did. The next day, Jordan realized her purse was missing, which led to an argument with Jack, who suspected she had left it at the restaurant. The couple reviewed the previous night's surveillance footage to determine what happened. They discovered something chilling when they rewound the tape at around 3:30 a.m. A man they didn't recognize was standing at the top of their stairway, looking down at them while they slept on the couch. The intruder had entered their home through the unlocked front door, quietly made his way up the stairs, and stared at them for 4 minutes without waking them or their 2 dogs, who were sleeping at their feet. The man's stealth was so impressive that neither the couple nor the dogs were disturbed. When the couple reported the break-in to the police, the sheriff suspected the same man had been involved in other burglaries in the area. The following days, neighbors uploaded photos to Facebook showing the man riding through dark alleys on a bike and attempting to break into homes. Further investigation revealed that he had been looking for an entry point into various houses. Oddly, despite sneaking into the house unnoticed, the man only took Jordan's purse and left, never attempting to harm the couple. In an interview, Jordan remarked that she liked to believe the man had been watching the TV rather than staring at them while they slept, though that couldn't be confirmed. While the couple was understandably shaken, the intruder was never found despite their efforts to warn neighbors and the ensuing search. A homeowner in Australia noticed a strange man appearing on their home security cameras, walking around their property. Initially, they thought he might be someone they knew, but that assumption changed when the man began to crouch down and sneak around as if he was aware he shouldn't be there. At one point, he even hid behind a parked truck to avoid being seen by a passing car. This discovery alarmed the homeowners, leading them to review past footage for similar incidents. They found another occurrence from a few days earlier, where the man was seen shining a flashlight into a back door of the house. The man's intentions remain unclear, and despite notifying the police, the homeowners could not identify him. No reports of the man returning to the property after this leave the situation unresolved. In April, a home security camera in Vacaville, California, captured unsettling footage of a young girl being followed by a man in a dark-colored Pontiac. The girl, walking home from school, noticed the car trailing her for several blocks. Alert to the situation, she quickly used a parked truck on the roadside as cover, stepping out of sight just before the Pontiac stopped, as if expecting her to reappear. After the driver stalled briefly, he drove off but soon circled back. The girl continued to hide, moving out of sight as he reversed, seemingly attempting to talk to her. Eventually, the driver left and the girl ran for safety. Following numerous tips, police identified the driver as a 24-year-old man. Though he was interviewed, authorities couldn't act further since he hadn't committed any crime. The man's intentions remain unknown, but the situation underscores the importance of vigilance. York Regional Police have charged 3 youths and are actively searching for 2 more suspects involved in a home invasion that took place in Markham on Monday, October 28, 2024, around 4 a.m. near Steele's Ave. Surveillance footage captured 5 individuals jumping over a gate and stealing 2 vehicles parked in the driveway. Both stolen cars have since been recovered. On Sunday, October 20th, 2024, at around 6:30 a.m., 3 suspects, at least one of whom was carrying a knife, entered a residence in Richmond Hill. They stole several items, including the victim's Mercedes G-Wagon. York Regional Police have charged 1 youth and are searching for 3 more suspects. On December 9, 2015, footage captured a meticulously planned home invasion. The video shows a masked man opening the door while the homeowner was away and 2 other men swiftly entered. It became apparent that this was a carefully orchestrated robbery as they headed straight for the locker. The suspects made off with cash and valuable jewelry before fleeing the scene. Remarkably, no one was home then, suggesting that the robbers had planned every detail of the crime. 10-year-old Graydon from Riverton, Utah, was walking home alone from basketball practice around 6 p.m. one December evening when he noticed a 4-door sedan driven by 2 men slowly following him. Feeling uneasy, Graydon quickened his pace. The car then pulled up next to him, and the men rolled down their windows, offering him candy from the back seat, attempting to lure him inside. Graydon ignored them and hurried towards his home, just a few blocks away. As he reached his front porch, the doorbell camera captured the car in the background, and Graydon glanced at it while trying the door, only to find it locked. At that moment, the car's reverse lights turned on, and it began to drive toward him. Quick thinking, Graydon grabbed rocks for self-defense and ran to his neighbor's house. He managed to get inside and lock the door behind him just as the car followed him and parked nearby, waiting for him to come outside. The police were called, and Graydon described the men as being in their 30s or 40s with no facial hair. Both his family and the police were convinced the men were attempting to kidnap him that evening. In the middle of the night, home security footage captured a man dressed in a Michael Myers costume walking toward a house. Holding what appeared to be a knife, he approached the front door and immediately tried to open it. When he found the door locked, he walked away, only to return twice more to attempt to open it again. On his 3rd try, the man even tried using the knife to force the door open. However, despite his efforts, he was unsuccessful and eventually disappeared. Fortunately, the homeowners never saw this would-be intruder again. In Las Vegas, a disturbing incident was captured on a doorbell camera, showing a man seemingly attempting to break into a house.
Are you positive? I just have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? Are you positive?
The man can be heard speaking, initially as if conversing with someone.
Your doorbell, because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? I just have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? Are you positive? I just have a couple questions for you. Are you sure?
However, the woman inside, who was hiding, remained silent throughout the encounter.
Are you sure? Are you positive? I just have a couple questions for you. Are you sure?
The man tries the door handle to see if it's unlocked, heightening the tension.
Are you absolutely certain?
The woman then calls her husband, who accesses the camera remotely and speaks to the man.
Yeah, can you hear me? What I'm looking for is for the girl that's in the house to come out here because I'm in. Do you have her open the door? I'm going to the girl that's on the other side of this door when she lets me in.
Fortunately, the intruder eventually loses interest and leaves the porch.
What I'm looking for is for the girl that's in the house to come out here because I'm in. Do you have her open the door? I'm going to the girl that's on the other side of this door when she lets me in.
The woman manages to call 911, and the dispatcher stays with her until the police arrive. This unsettling footage highlights the importance of staying alert and immediately reporting suspicious activities. The home security camera footage captured a break-in in Wichita, Kansas on May 8, 2020, around 2:30 a.m. The footage shows 15-year-old Anaya Robinson sleeping on the living room couch with the TV on. A man who had just broken into the house appears from around the corner and watches her without reacting. He stands there silently until Anaya wakes up and sees him right above her. She screams for her mother, causing the intruder to flee. The police were called immediately, but the man had already left. Strangely, nothing was stolen, and the family found no missing items, raising questions about the intruder's true intentions. This footage is the only evidence available, and despite an investigation, the man's identity and how he entered the home remain unknown. As of now, he has not been identified. In Australia, a man was sitting in his backyard when one of his home security cameras captured a snake slithering across the screen. The man, unaware of the snake approaching since he had his back turned, didn't notice it creeping up behind him. However, his dog spotted the creature and even went after it, alerting the man and allowing him to move himself and his dog safely. This footage is especially alarming because the snake was an eastern brown snake, the second most venomous snake in the world. This species is responsible for around 60% of snakebite fatalities in Australia. In this footage, JoJo and her son Daniel return home late at night. They open the front door and enter the house. But once they close the door behind them, a man is seen walking up to their home. He immediately attempts to open the door.
Go shower really fast. I need you to go shower. Please, Daniel. Who's that?
While JoJo and Daniel argue inside, with JoJo telling Daniel to shower while he claims he's too tired, the distinct sound of someone trying to open the door is audible. JoJo notices the man outside and yells for him to leave. He steps back, but remains standing before the camera, staring blankly without responding. JoJo repeatedly orders him to go, but he doesn't move.
Who is that? Get out of here! Get out of here! There's a guy outside, look!
It's unclear whether the man had been following them home or waiting nearby for them to return. Either way, it's uncertain what his intentions were if the door had been left unlocked. JoJo called the police, but the man was gone when they arrived, leaving his motives a mystery. A video captured a man breaking open a door and running toward a home where he grabbed a scooter. The homeowner described how he chased after the man, who was threatening his family after finding a hammer. Thankfully, the family had managed to hide in a room as the intoxicated intruder tried to force his way inside. The police arrived swiftly and arrested the man, preventing further harm. At 5 a.m. on October 2nd, 2022, security footage showed 3 men standing in front of a house's front door, armed and wearing masks resembling those from the movie The Purge. One noticed the doorbell camera and immediately covered it with his hand. For much of the video, all that was visible was his glove, but for a brief moment, he uncovered the camera, revealing all 3 men up close. The men crouched against the wall, trying to stay out of sight from anyone inside. Nick was eventually alerted by motion detection notifications on his phone. He opened the app but only saw the glove covering the camera. Unaware of the earlier footage, he used the doorbell speaker to ask who was on his porch.
Hello? 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 Hello?
When the men didn't respond, he called the police. By the time authorities arrived, the men had already left. Many believe the men were attempting to lure the homeowner into opening the door so they could rob him. However, it's more likely they were trying to pick the lock while the camera was covered. What their plan was once inside remains unclear. A couple was on vacation in Zimbabwe, staying at a house with a pool. Security footage shows them taking a late-night swim on October 27, 2016. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a crocodile appears, walking up to the pool and eventually jumping in. The couple quickly scrambled to get out of the water. Fortunately, both managed to escape, with the woman only suffering minor cuts on her shoulder and elbow. The crocodile was later relocated to a remote area where it would not have contact with humans. A family's home security camera captured strange footage in their living room. At first, everything seemed normal, but the man in the video started hearing the song, "Somebody's Watching Me." It wasn't coming from the TV, and his wife denied playing it.
What is that?
They're on company.
What was that noise? I heard, like, singing.
Huh? No.
Did you change the ringer on your phone or something?
No. I didn't change anything.
You didn't hear that?
I didn't hear anything, babe.
There. What is... You hear that? Stop it. I know you're playing a game.
Heard what? Somebody's watching me! My phone is in my purse. It's not you?
I swear to God, it's not me.
It's not me.
I always feel like somebody's watching me, is what it just said. That song, which is kind of weird. Seeing there's a camera over there.
There's something, but it's coming from the TV.
Yeah. And it was, I always feel like somebody's watching me, that song.
Somebody that's saying that stupid ass thing.
There it is.
You're crazy to think coming from your camera.
Eventually, they discovered the song was coming from the camera itself. Someone had hacked into the live feed, gaining access to the audio controls and playing the song, which felt unsettling in this context. Many security cameras broadcast feeds online, and if credentials are compromised through phishing or other methods, unauthorized access becomes possible.
What's the song? What was the song? I always feel like somebody's watching me. Come to the camera. How is that even possible?
This type of activity, often called IP camera trolling, involves hackers using cameras to play music, comment, or attempt to scare the owners. The reactions are sometimes posted online as pranks, but the misuse of such access can lead to serious consequences. While many videos and accounts have been taken down, incidents like these still occasionally surface. Late at night, a video captures several blurry orbs moving across the screen from the right side, appearing to float over a fence. Something is crossing the barrier. Initially, viewers thought the video might show something paranormal. However, one commenter suggested the blurs looked like kids running by and tossing jackets over the fence. Their theory was that a group of teens, possibly after some kind of mischief, threw their jackets away to avoid being recognized by authorities. The actual story behind the video remains a mystery. A woman shared a series of Ring camera videos online, explaining that her mother had recently installed 2 cameras around their house. Shortly after, her phone began receiving constant motion detection notifications. Upon reviewing the footage, she discovered a man walking around the house's exterior, seemingly familiar with its layout. He looked into various windows, including hers, which raised her suspicions that he had been there before. Concerned, she called the police, but by the time they arrived, the man had vanished, and they advised her to keep windows, blinds, and curtains closed. Worried that he might return, she set up a trap outside her window by tying a rope between 2 trees, hoping it would alert her if the man tried to approach again. Exactly 1 week later, at 2 a.m., she heard the rope snap, signaling someone had tripped over it. She checked her phone and saw the same man standing outside her window, staring inside. She woke her mother, and they banged on the glass together to frighten him away. Once again, the police arrived too late and the man had disappeared. Fearing for their safety, the woman and her mother moved to a new home and never heard from the police again, leaving them to believe the man was never caught. This doorbell camera captured a creepy encounter. A man knocked late at night and asked the homeowner a disturbing question about whether she was alone.
Yeah, what do you want?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, it's not about what I want, but, hey, I got 2 drinks. I'm trying to sell to get bus fare. Can you help? You really don't?
No, I really don't.
You're not alone, are you?
No, I'm not.
You're not alone, are you?
No, why would I need to be alone?
Hello? Would be a help us if I could sleep on the couch a few hours.
No.
It's not a crime, miss.
Please get off my porch before I call the police. Bye.
Yep. Hey, you try have a good day.
Never answer questions like that, especially late at night, and definitely don't open the door. Stay safe. In January 2017, a man in a car approached a woman, offering her a ride. The woman declined, explaining that she lived nearby, a detail she would regret sharing. The following day, the same car was seen lingering outside her home. Over the next few days, the man's car continued to drive by, appearing to observe the house. Eventually, he confronted her again, asking if she could help with tasks around his home. She declined, but he persisted, returning in a different car and leaving a note in her mailbox with his phone number, again asking for assistance. Instead of calling him, the woman contacted the police to report the unsettling behavior. Some speculated that the man might have been waiting for an opportunity to abduct her. In Denver, Colorado, this guy was creeping around Brian's house late at night.
What you doing? Quick from my door, homie. I'm calling 911 right now. I'm gonna f you up right now, homie. I better ever see you around this neighborhood ever again, dude. Last thing you ever see.
Usually, Brian works the night shift, but he was home this time and ended up confronting the guy. Hopefully, he won't come back. Around 3 a.m., a homeowner's doorbell camera recorded a man walking across the street, heading directly toward the front porch. The man eventually ran up to the camera, revealing he was wearing a mask with a mustache drawn on it. The noise from the notifications woke the homeowner, who checked his phone to find the masked man peering into his windows and attempting to open the door. Quickly throwing on some clothes, the homeowner went outside to confront him, but found no one. He then called the police to file a report. The uploader didn't share any updates, so it's assumed that the masked man, who remains unidentified, was never caught. Home security footage shows the homeowner's 3 daughters playing on a trampoline in their backyard when a man in a white van pulls up nearby. The man attempts to lure the girls by offering them donuts. Recognizing the potential danger, the oldest sister quickly gathers her younger siblings and leads them inside the house. Shortly after, the man drives away. A stranger walks up to a house, leans on the door, and tries to open it without knocking. The homeowner gets an alert from the doorbell camera and checks it out. When they open the door, the man just walks right in. Feeling uncomfortable, the homeowner tells him to leave, but he doesn't listen, so they must push him out.
Hello. Hi. How far are you, sir? Who are you? Everybody knows. How are you? Good. You need to leave. How far? Out there. What's the staircase? What? What's the stairs here? Come on, where are you going? What's the stairs here? Goodbye, you.
The man punches the glass as the door shuts, but the homeowner quickly locks it. He keeps trying the handle for a bit before eventually giving up and walking off. This terrifying video shows a creepy guy driving up in a car and parking right in front of a house. He then runs up and kicks the door as hard as he can. Another guy joins in, and they try to force the door open together, but it doesn't give. After a few more attempts, the two finally walk off. Interestingly, the guy had a Lamborghini in the driveway, which makes you wonder, did they try to break in because they knew he was rich? Before 2 a.m., a man rings the doorbell at a Rochester, New York home, then immediately hides behind a parked car. He crouches down, holding a club and sweating, looking around nervously at the street and the front door. He's on something. After a while, realizing no one's answering the door, he walks off. A minute later, a voice is heard saying the police are on their way. Hiding from, or he was trying to lure the homeowner into opening the door, with the voice being a concerned neighbor. Either way, the man likely wasn't up to any good. On the night of March 7th, 2019, a man is seen stepping onto a porch and pouring an entire yellow fuel container in front of the door. He tries to light it with a small lighter, but fails. After several attempts, he walks away, not realizing he has used diesel fuel instead of gasoline. Diesel is much less flammable, so he couldn't start the fire. If he'd used gasoline, it could have been disastrous, possibly setting the house, and himself, on fire. At the time, a mother and her 2 kids were inside. After seeing the footage, the mother called the police, who later arrested the man at his house just across the street. She said she didn't know him and had no idea why he would want to harm her family. When asked, the man claimed he had seen a ghost and was trying to get rid of it, hinting that he was likely under the influence of something. He was eventually charged with attempted homicide and arson. A delivery guy showed up with a package a day late, and the homeowner was pretty upset about it. He went outside to let the delivery guy know how he felt. Let's see what happens next.
Somebody, I don't know if it was you, but somebody yesterday, this should have been delivered yesterday. Yeah. And on the Yodel app, it showed he was outside my house. I was literally stood here looking at him. He was outside my house for a couple of minutes and just drove off without delivering this.
Yesterday, mate, it was me, but I had too much big parcels in the car.
But you're here to deliver something.
I know, mate, but it don't come up on the app. I can't. What do you want me to do?
Well, I want you to do your job, so I've been putting a complaint in about.
Yeah, do that then, you little.
Pardon, you're on camera.
I don't give a f if I'm on camera. Don't speak to me like that, you
little. Do not call me a. Why are you behaving like that? You was literally outside my house.
So what? So what, bro? I'm what? I'm what?
Excuse me, I've got a witness here. So what are you going to say? So you told me to. So you said to me, see, it's
That's disgusting.
Wow.
Right, come in.
So, that delivery should...
I believe there was a better way to handle it instead of escalating the situation. In 2017, 2 suspicious guys knocked on a homeowner's door while she was at work. Kay, able to check her security camera, notices the men and doesn't recognize them. When they spot the camera, they quickly return to their car and leave. But just a minute later, they return, try to kick the door in, and break it. While watching from a distance, Kay tries to warn them through the security system, telling them the police are on their way.
Cops are on their way.
After failing to break in, the men rush back to their car and drive off. Facebook user Stay Hodkin points out that while the men probably wouldn't have gotten in trouble for just knocking, coming back, and trying to break in after seeing the camera was a big mistake. Even though Kay was at work, she shared the ring footage with her neighbors online, which helped identify the men. The information got passed to the police, and they were caught. This is an excellent example of a neighborhood watch in action. On July 24, 2021, Caitlin Curtis took her baby to the park, across from her house in Arizona. After sitting down on a bench next to a fountain, a scruffy-looking man approached her and asked if she wanted to buy his drawings. Caitlin described the drawings as poorly done, like something a child or someone without artistic skill might create. She politely declined and left the park with her baby. As she was leaving, she saw the man enter a suspicious truck parked at the other end of the park. The car circled her a few times as she walked home. Fearing being followed, Caitlin took a different route and entered her house through the back door to avoid revealing where she lived. 3 days later, while Caitlin was out of town, her doorbell camera captured the same man ringing her doorbell at 3 a.m. Her husband was asleep then and didn't find out about the visit until Caitlin posted the footage on TikTok the next day. Some viewers speculated that the man might have been watching her since they met at the park and that he rang the doorbell intentionally. There were theories that he could have been trying to distract her with the drawings while another person in the truck might have been planning to abduct her child. The exact motive remains unclear, though some believe he could have been under the influence of drugs or mentally unstable. Thankfully, the man never returned, and neither Caitlin nor her family saw him again. This clip, recorded at 3 a.m. on April 9, 2023, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, shows a disturbing scene. The homeowner was asleep then, and only discovered the footage after waking up to a notification on his phone. When he reviewed the video, he was shocked to see a woman trying several keys to break into his house, even looking around for a hidden spare key. She walked away and was never seen on the property again. The homeowner said he didn't recognize her, and her intentions remain unclear. In Atlantic City, New Jersey, a woman showed up at someone's house late at night and started stealing mail from the mailbox.
Table, you better finish your table. You're not allowed to have it without it. And you didn't get your mail on time. You're not having your mail.
The homeowner politely asked her to return the mail, but she gave strange answers and kept going.
Let's see what you got. Rimmer and Flanagan.
Ma'am.
Right.
Ma'am. Hello.
Department of Licensing Instructions. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good. Can you put my mail back inside the mailbox?
I can't. I gotta leave it outside so you can see it. Because if you don't, you're gonna miss it again. You're not allowed to have late mail. I'm putting it under your door. Put it under your door.
Okay. Ma'am.
I put it under the jumping trampoline. I put it under the trampoline so you can remember to take it tomorrow. Don't forget.
Okay.
Instead of confronting her directly, the homeowner called the police, and the woman was arrested for stealing mail from around the neighborhood. A contractor in Houston was working at a townhouse around 6 p.m. when an unknown man, wearing a mask and armed, suddenly showed up inside. The man forced the contractor into a bathroom, tied him up, and then spent over an hour searching the house, all while listening to a police scanner to make sure no cops were on their way. During this time, the man stole various items from the house, which was empty since the homeowners were out of town. He then took the contractor's truck, loaded it with the stolen items, and drove off. The truck was found 2 days later in a restaurant parking lot, but the thief was never caught, and no further leads have turned up. While working, a man in Florida received a notification on his phone saying someone rang his doorbell. When he checked the live feed, he saw a man standing at his front door wearing a hat, sunglasses, and a bandana, holding a weapon visible to the camera, and he claimed he was looking for his lost dog. The homeowner confronted the man through the speaker, and he quickly left without saying anything.
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Hey, just wondered if you guys saw a lost puppy. He's a pit bull, blue nose. I believe he came in your yard, but I don't want to look without your permission.
Hey, you at the wrong house, dog.
Alright.
It turns out this wasn't the only house he targeted. Police received multiple reports with the same description and story. The man was likely trying to get homeowners to open the door so he could threaten them with his weapon. But in this case, he probably didn't realize the doorbell camera could see the weapon. Despite the detailed description, police couldn't identify him because of the mask and bandana, and he's still on the run. A man was seen on a doorbell camera walking up to the front door of a house.
Hey, excuse me.
He asked a quick question but left without waiting for an answer.
I'm just trying to see if someone's staying here. I don't mean no harm, just somebody lost something, I'm trying to return it.
His visit was brief and uneventful, with no other actions before he left. In Newark, New Jersey, a man was seen on a doorbell camera around 10 p.m. The homeowner, puzzled and concerned, told him he had the wrong house.
Hi, Smurfle. Supreme.
Who is it?
Supreme. Looking for Smurf?
It's 10 o'clock in the night. Whoever you're looking for, you got the wrong house.
Okay, thank you.
However, after getting into his car, the man parked outside the house for over 30 minutes, making his intentions seem suspicious.
Don't go back and look at the
His extended presence near the home added an eerie element to the encounter. A person was sitting on a porch when the homeowner approached and told them to leave because it was private property.
Can I help you, sir? Okay, well, this is private property. You have to leave immediately. Okay, I will. I'm not. You don't need to get all jacked up about it. No, I'm getting jacked up because what are you doing?
I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, this isn't your private property. This is ours. All right, get the out of here.
out of here. Yeah, try me. Yeah, well, keep walking home. This isn't your home. I got severe sciatica. I don't give a what you got.
The situation quickly escalated with some harsh language and tension.
Hurry up. I live up on River Road. Well, get there. I'm getting there. Hurry up. Just shut the up. Yeah. Hurry up.
Who is that on the front porch?
I have no idea. This guy's just sitting here. I have no idea.
I started talking to him. I thought maybe it was Tommy or somebody that was coming to work. It's just some old guy sitting on the front porch.
Yes, sir. I'm tired of people invading our property.
Dude, yeah, I'm like...
I'll let them know. I know Chastain. Hurry up. We're closed. Yeah. Two. Sorry,
what
Shane.
was he saying?
Good job, Rudy. He said,
I know, but what was he saying about me?
money. Hey, bro, it's all good. God. These trespassers.
Eventually, the person left the property. This guy showed up at someone's house, trying to get in while talking on the phone, probably with someone guiding him.
2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it won't open it. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And what do I hit?
Hi.
Which is the OK button?
Turns out he had the wrong house. Eventually, he decided to leave.
Hi, we're coming to view the apartment, the house?
You're viewing the house?
Yes.
For what?
Honestly, pulling something like this at a random house is risky. You never know who might be armed. He got lucky this time. In Cleveland, Ohio, a neighbor caught a woman stealing mail from a house mailbox.
How you doing? I asked you, why did you remove mail from there?
This is a flyer. They might live right there.
Yes, they do. That's why I'm asking you.
Oh, it's a flyer. I need the flyer. You got one?
No.
Oh.
But the lady lives, Wow. So you just go around stealing people's mail? Okay. All right. Wow.
The incident ended with the thief walking away and the neighbor leaving, hoping the experience would serve as a lesson. This serves as a reminder to respect others' privacy and belongings. In Harrisonburg, Virginia, a random woman entered an unlocked house and stole $100. This is why you should always secure your home to prevent such incidents. A doorbell camera captured a random man standing on the porch. He casually removed his headphones, put them in his bag, and then walked away. So this guy shows up at someone's place in broad daylight. Let's see what happens next.
doing? Get out of my property before I call the cops. Get out of my property.
Yeah, I'm looking for Linda.
There's no Linda there. Get out of my property.
Please shut up.
Get out of my property.
Hey, give me a
Hello, get out of my property. Gotta call the cops right now.
hello.
Look at my mailboxes.
Do you think he was actually looking for Linda, or did he just make that up as an excuse when he got caught? In Texas, a homeowner got a knock on her door at 1:20 a.m. for a DoorDash delivery. She hadn't ordered anything and was asleep then, with only her and her nephew at home. She remembers hearing a clinking sound, but didn't think much of it until she saw some damage outside the following day. Curious, she checked her security cameras, and things got weird. 4 men entered the backyard and tried to break into the house through a window. It seemed like they planned to distract the homeowner with the fake DoorDash delivery, but when no one answered, they tried the back entrance. Luckily, they failed and were caught running away on camera. The 4 men and the woman at the door were all left in a dark sedan. They were never caught. A stranger in a hockey jersey appeared on a Ring doorbell camera.
Let me in.
After being dropped off by a white car that quickly sped off, the man walked up to the front door and rang the bell several times, speaking in a strange, raspy voice. He then moved out of view, leaving an eerie silence.
Let me in. Let me in. Let me in.
This is Alexa. What is the purpose of the visit?
I require entry.
The footage ends without revealing whether he went, found another way in, or stuck around nearby. The whole thing remains a mystery, leaving everyone with more questions than answers about what he was up to. In Litchfield Park, Arizona, a guy was following a kid home, but luckily the kid made it home safely.
What a weirdo. I don't know. He stopped there, he smiled at me, and now what did you say?
If you ever feel in immediate danger, call 911 right away. Let the dispatcher know your location, the direction you're heading, and any details about the car, like the license plate, make, model, or color. This guy showed up at someone's house and stood there for a while. A woman who was home alone at the time got nervous and called the police, but he was gone by the time they arrived. A pastor visited a house, worried about a tablet that had been stolen from the church.
My name was Pastor Bill, and our tablet was stolen from the church the other day, and we pinged it, and it pinged this address. We called the police, so I just thought maybe I could get it back. Huh? Okay, well, I called the police already. Yeah, okay. Okay, I just thought maybe we could get it back. Okay. Okay.
Stealing from a church is pretty low. Let's hope the issue gets resolved and the thief is caught soon. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, this guy walks up to someone's front door. Let's see what happens next.
All right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Hi, I am Maria Tinkasteel with an Alma Recruitment for
Do you have any idea what he's up to? If you do, drop a comment below. 4 people rang the doorbell at 2 a.m., claiming their AirTag showed their wallet was inside the house.
Ohio State. If someone goes to Ohio State or wants to go to Ohio State.
One man in the back was holding an empty black bag, and another woman had a Goodfellas pizza box. This is a common tactic used to gain access to homes, so stay alert and be cautious of this trick. 2 men in black coats walked up to a door quietly in the evening and gave it a soft knock.
We're Jehovah's Witnesses, and I'll push a leaflet through your door to show the reason why we've called, but have a good day.
After waiting a moment, one left a polite note explaining why they had come. With a respectful nod, they turned and went on their way. A strange guy showed up at Colby's house and started rambling. Colby tried to talk to him, but the guy seemed really out of it.
What's that? Can I help you with something?
My name's Kyle. The Dennis over here. He sent me over here. And man, so I'll be like, I lost dogs. Come and talk to somebody. You know anybody money or anything like that?
No, man.
No, sir?
I don't.
What's your address? What's your name?
I don't know, man. What's
your name,
going
brother?
on?
What is your name? I need to talk to you now. What's your name?
Do I need to call the cops?
I need to know your
man?
name, brother. Let me know your name, son. Okay, fool. Come out.
Eventually, Colby went inside and called the cops. They arrived after a while, but the guy had already left and couldn't be found. In January 2022, Walter was taking his 3 dogs out on the porch in a wooded area when one of them started staring at something outside. Suddenly, the dog ran off to the side, and that's when Walter realized they were staring at a black bear. The bear climbed over the railing and headed straight for the dogs. With hardly a moment to react, Walter lunged at the bear, pushing it back before shoving a chair in the doorway to block its path. He quickly got his dogs inside and yelled out that a bear had attacked him.
Oh my God! I just attacked my bear! Come right here! Oh my God!
Once everything settled, Walter was shaken up. Realizing how close he came to danger, he started crying when he processed the situation, knowing he'd risked it all to protect his dogs.
When I had time to just sit and just stare, it all hit me, and I started bawling. I couldn't believe how close to death I was, and I did it for my dog.
He had minor injuries from the bear, but luckily, his dogs were unharmed. In Phoenix, Arizona, this guy showed up at a house at night and rang the doorbell. Let's see what happens next.
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Hey, can I help you?
Yeah, I just, family emergency.
Yo, what's going on, man?
We had a cousin of mine that was, I guess, I don't know where he went.
Okay.
So I came here first. I parked out front.
Okay.
And this looks very awkward. I'm going to go to the hospital because that's where 2 of our friends are, Alex and Nick.
Okay.
So I came here to ring the bell, and nobody's here. So.
And you chose this place?
No, yeah, right. Gaston, right?
Gaston?
Yeah.
What do you mean Gaston?
Last name.
No?
No?
No, sir.
The next one?
I'm not entirely sure, honestly.
That's okay.
If I knew that last name, I'd help you out, but...
According to the homeowner, his story didn't quite add up. What do you think? A doorbell camera captured a robbery that looked straight out of a movie. These guys used tools to break into a truck and stole several items, including a DeWalt miter saw, a rigid table saw, a Champion generator, and more, all with serial numbers. They even considered stealing the trailer, but left behind their giant bolt cutters. Unfortunately, the items weren't adequately insured, but the police now have the footage. In Stone Mountain, Florida, this guy followed Jill's daughter home while she was walking her dog. When Jill confronted him through the camera, he came up with an excuse.
Help you. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, how can I help you?
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I just wanted to pass out some business cards to my business. I do medical transport.
Okay, you can leave it there. My husband soon come home. He gonna get it.
He refused to leave even after she asked him multiple times until she finally yelled at him.
Okay, thank you.
I ain't see you got no business card in your
I'm gonna leave it at the door.
I don't see you have any business card.
No, I don't have it. I don't have it right now.
Do you want me to call the police? What you looking for? Can you get away from my porch, please?
I can.
Babe, there is this guy by the door.
All right, thank you. But I do have a business card though. All right.
Babe,
I'll bring it
come
back.
show this guy at the door. Come.
Does he call you, Dad? Let him come. I want to show him this guy. Can you leave and come like my porch? Because you won't like my husband to come out.
It seems like weirdos like him are everywhere these days. In Austin, Texas, a man returned to a house he'd entered the night before, showing up at the door with an apology and a request.
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
First, I want to apologize for last night. And second, I lost my backpack. I was wondering, I'm not sure where I left it. I was wondering if I can check to see if I left it somewhere in the back or something. I'm sorry again. I'm sorry for last night and for everything. Is it okay if I check for my backpack?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? I remember from last night. I'm sorry about that, man. But I lost my backpack. I don't remember where I remember putting it somewhere, but I don't remember where exactly. It was dark, so I'm just trying to backtrack and see if I can find it.
Nah, I saw you leave with it, so it's definitely not here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I was gonna ask you. So when I left, I had it on with me.
Yeah.
Last night. When I walked out. Okay. Yes, sir. All right. Thank you. And again, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck.
San Antonio?
Good luck finding the backpack, brother.
It's a black backpack, just all black, just a regular backpack.
Yeah, we haven't seen it. We saw you leave with it last night.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. And again, sorry.
You're welcome. Good luck, brother. Sorry you lost it.
Thank you, bro.
The encounter wrapped up politely, with the homeowner wishing him luck finding his lost backpack. In Chicopee, Massachusetts, this can happen when your house is near a busy intersection. A car speeds through crashes into the house and quickly takes off. Later, the driver was arrested. In the middle of the night, someone was seen crawling through the homeowner's garden. People in the comments have speculated that it might be a man high on drugs, but either way, it's unsettling. The Unsettling site has left the neighborhood on high alert, wondering what could happen next. A homeowner in London shared footage of a guy showing up wearing a helmet and asking for their car keys. Let's see what happens.
Red car outside me.
Sorry?
Take the keys for the red car outside me.
Say that again?
I need the car off over the red.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Key for the red car. Al sent me to get it. The one that keyed it up.
You're coming to get it?
What?
What did you say about the red car?
The key car. Al is coming to collect it, and I've come to collect the keys to take it away.
Which car?
The red one.
You've come to take it away?
Yes. Otherwise he's coming to take the door.
Sorry?
Otherwise he's coming and he's going to kick your door off.
Okay, hold on a minute.
Just the key for the red one. Thank you. Yeah, 1 minute. Literally. Otherwise he'll be coming for a lot more.
Why are you coming to take the car?
I need to take it somewhere. Otherwise he's coming to take his money.
Hello, who's this?
What?
Who's this?
I'm coming for Al. That's all you need to know.
Huh?
I'm here for Al.
Who is this?
Don't matter who he is. He gives me the key on there.
I'm coming. I'm coming, mate. I'm coming now.
Sweet.
Right?
Yeah.
When the homeowner said he was coming outside, the guy took off. One night, YouTuber J Man's Vlogs 356 was watching a movie when he heard an odd noise from the basement. Looking over, he noticed the basement door, which was usually locked, was now mysteriously open. Acting fast, he grabbed a hammer and got ready to check it out. Just as he started down the stairs, he stopped in his tracks. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw a hand and a face staring at him from the shadows.
And right there. Oh, right there. Your face.
Shocked, he raised his camera and saw a tall man's head looking right at him. Jay says he immediately called the police, who arrived soon after and reportedly arrested the guy. These 3 drunk guys showed up at someone's place at 4:50 a.m.
Dude, let me open it. No. Don't be a. Well, that's a ring right there. Don't be a.
Oh, no,
well, here's it.
Not that bad. Come on.
What? That's a ring. Okay.
We're good.
What do we say here? What do we say here?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what do we say?
I'm gonna sit here and be like,
So what's up? Having a party?
Hey.
You wanna sit there and knock on the door?
that's creepy.
That's creepy. There's the door, dude.
When the homeowner asked them to leave, they did.
In the house you're meant to be at.
Why not?
We're wondering. Well, my friend is wondering if you wanted to buy apples or not.
No.
Because we do.
Please leave. I'm sorry, this is not.
Okay, we're just checking. Okay. Okay, we'll leave. We're just checking.
Okay. Have a good night.
Yep. Yeah, you too.
Y'all ain't partying tonight.
Please
No
leave.
drinks or
Thank you.
nothing. Hey, you have a beautiful night.
Let's go.
It looks like they picked the wrong house and were meant to be somewhere else. In April 2023, a homeowner in Asheville, North Carolina's wooded area, received a motion alert at her front door. Checking her phone's app, she was surprised to see 3 bears on her porch tearing open a recently delivered package. Inside was dog food, which had attracted them. Trying to scare the bears away, the homeowner opened her door and confronted them. In Anchorage, Alaska.
1345.
Yellow. Yellow. What you want?
The couple wasn't home, and despite them asking her to leave multiple times, she wouldn't budge.
What can I help you with?
Queen, me? Oh, she's gonna say it again.
Hello. What can I help you with?
You gotta push and hold.
Hello.
Yeah, Hunter, I'm right here. Oh, she's drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I live like off Spinard Acres. So.
Yeah.
Not a great place, but that's never happened before. Just hold it down so you don't live here.
You don't live here. Go away, or I will call the cops.
Twila. Kuingat ka.
What is that?
You're coming in broken and native. Say again. Over. Just kidding.
No, I'm not that type of a person.
I don't know.
I'm not a stealer. I'm basically an honest person.
I'm sorry, but you can't stay here. You need to go.
Why? Are you serious?
I'm serious. You need to go.
Eventually, she left, but returned an hour and a half later when the couple was home and broke into their house. They ended up calling the police, and this lady was arrested. In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a woman is seen trying to open a door. Either lost or attempting to break in. What do you think? In June 2019, a man claiming to be an investigator named Jeff Rushmore visited several homes in Chicago. The issue? This man didn't exist. He was impersonating a police investigator with a fake uniform, badge, and radio. One Ring camera even caught him in the act. People to open the door, potentially rob them or do something worse. However, nothing happened in these cases, and his intentions remain a mystery. One commenter speculated that the man was testing the waters, possibly planning to escalate his actions, but no one knows. To date, the man has never been identified. This CCTV footage will freak out even the toughest among us. The video starts pretty chill, but about 10 minutes in, things take a spooky turn. Mo shares that while filming his vlog the day before, he noticed someone in a mask following him all day. He thinks it was a prank, but shows the footage to prove it. In the clip, the creepy figure is wearing a black hooded robe and a white mask, walking through a parking lot. It's unclear where the person came from or where they're headed. Mo mentions that the footage was from that morning, so he wonders if it could be his security guard or his mom messing with him. Prank or not, the creepy image is unsettling. This woman has been stealing packages while pretending to deliver food. She rides a bike with an orange DoorDash bag, using it to stash the stolen loot. Watch out for this one. She's using the delivery cover to get away with stealing your packages. Stay vigilant. A YouTuber named All-in-One Gaming was just chilling, watching TV, when a flash of light caught his attention. He looked out the window and saw someone shady trying to break into a nearby shed. For a minute, he was stunned, but then he remembered his motion sensor lights. He quickly turned them on, which scared the intruder off.
I turned on the light. Holy shit.
It's unclear if the person was just trying to steal something, or if they were one of his many fans who somehow got his address. If it was a stalker, who knows what could have happened if they got any closer. A woman is seen unlocking her door while holding her child, but behind her, a suspicious-looking man can be seen putting on a mask. As she enters the house, the masked man quickly rushes toward her. Luckily, she managed to lock the door just in time. After this close call, she's probably more alert to her surroundings. Jennifer didn't realize a family of raccoons had tried to break into her home until she noticed her Ring camera wasn't in its usual spot. When she reviewed the footage, she discovered the mischievous raccoons climbing up her wall. A YouTuber named Shadow the Wolf and his friend were hanging out when they spotted a stranger walking up to them without saying a word. Freaked out, they ran upstairs and locked the door as the guy got closer. He tried to enter through the garage, so they quickly closed the basement door. It's unclear if he was just some random person or a fan, but with over 19,000 subscribers, it's possible he was one of them. In this disturbing Ring camera footage from 2021, a woman in a hoodie approaches a house in the middle of the night with a man wearing a face mask and a lanyard standing behind her. She rings the doorbell and the homeowner answers. The woman claims her car broke down and asks to use the phone. The homeowner politely refuses, but as soon as he closes the door, the masked man tries to break in with a weapon.
Hello, do y'all have a phone I can use? My car broke down and y'all's the only one that got a light on.
We don't.
You don't?
Sorry.
Luckily, the homeowner had locked the second door just in time. The identities of the pair haven't been revealed, but what makes this even creepier is that there's a playground in the yard, suggesting they may have targeted the house knowing there could be kids inside. This is exactly why you shouldn't leave your cars unlocked.
Is that your car you in? Why the f you in her car? Larry!
Fortunately, the owner got an alert, sprang into action, and nothing was taken. In March 2019, security cameras in a Bronx apartment captured disturbing footage of an intruder sneaking around a baby's nursery, where a boy was peacefully sleeping in her crib. Although the intruder didn't appear to target the boy, his actions were unsettling as he rummaged through the room for a few minutes. The intruder was startled and fled when he heard the boy's 32-year-old father moving around in the living room. However, instead of leaving the area, the man broke into another apartment on a different floor of the same building, belonging to a 28-year-old woman. This time, his burglary was successful, and he stole jewelry, a bicycle, and a backpack. The intruder accessed both apartments by entering through unsecured fire exit windows. Despite the clear footage of his face, the NYPD issued a Crime Stoppers alert, but after fleeing the scene, the man was never apprehended. It's possible he continued committing burglaries in the neighborhood, but the full extent of his actions remains unknown. From the video, it seems the cop was just following up on a noise complaint about loud music. The officer tried to explain, but the homeowner reacted with attitude, which made things tense.
Need something, or
Yeah, what's with the attitude, man?
what are you doing at my house?
Okay, I'm gonna explain that. I just said, what's the reason for the attitude, huh? I just came over, we just had anonymous calls, and was just complaining about the music. So that's why I'm here. So it's a little loud. I mean, obviously your window's open.
Where is it loud?
What do you mean where?
Who complained?
It's an anonymous call, boy. It was one of your neighbors
Okay.
called. It was loud.
What's with the attitude? You know you're on camera, right?
So are you.
Okay.
I don't have an attitude, but you came to the door with an attitude.
Okay.
All right.
Did I do something illegal, or?
No, but I'm just coming.
All right, get out of here, then. Get out of here.
Okay, well, if you don't keep the music down, you're gonna get citations.
Okay, tough guy. Tough guy with your mohawk. Tough guy.
Okay. I just wanted to record conversation.
Thanks a lot, tough guy. Go ahead.
Just
Go
keep the
ahead.
music down a
Get
little.
in your car and out of here. I didn't break the law. You just admitted it.
Okay. All I said was just keep the music down, okay? Just
Okay.
be neighborly.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't come to my house and tell me where you live. What's your address?
I'm not giving you my address.
Then don't come to my house and tell me what to do. Get out of here. Get the out of here.
It probably would have been better to hear the officer out and keep things calm. In Independence, Missouri, this guy tried to steal Hazel's son's bike at 2 a.m. It's the second time someone's tried to do that. This time, Hazel got a motion alert on her phone, acted fast, and stopped him.
Get off my porch. Huh? Get off my porch.
It's just not right to steal from kids. Some people really need to learn that lesson. A strange woman in an odd mood seems determined to freak out the homeowner, with some bizarre behavior captured on the doorbell camera. She walks up to the camera, making a strange face, and quickly turns around when she notices the headlights of an oncoming car. After the vehicle passes, she returns, chewing at the camera and making weird arm movements. Maybe she's confused and thinks she knows the homeowner, or she's just trying to get their attention. These kids showed up at a house on Halloween, and the homeowner, dressed in a costume, popped out and gave them a good scare.
Hey, that guy's your first. Let's go towards his house, let's do it. Hey, dude, don't be a weird. Hey, let me show you how the pros do it. Come on. Oh, we're doing
It turned out to be a pretty fun moment. A small bluish figure briefly hovers outside a home before disappearing. It's hard to say what it is or how close it was. At first glance, it could be a strand of hair, but how it lingers for so long is unusual. Strangely, this object activated the doorbell camera, suggesting it had some mass. Whatever it was, it's a mystery worth looking into. A young boy watches TV alone and records a video for fun. After a while, he leaves the room for a minute, leaving his phone behind, and accidentally captures something creepy at his window. Someone peeks through multiple times. The window has metal bars, so maybe the area's had break-ins before. But right after the figure disappears, a strange floating orb appears, making it seem like the intruder could be paranormal instead. A neighbor leaves a kind message for a household in Erie, Pennsylvania, after a delivery mix-up. The neighbor informs them that a package intended for their home was accidentally delivered to theirs.
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Hey, you don't know me. I'm your neighbor. I live in a tan house, kind of kitty corner to you, 1454 West Surrey Street. I believe you guys may have ordered these on Amazon for your dog that I'm hearing right now. I'm just going to leave them here. They got delivered to me by mistake, I believe.
It's a kind gesture showing how small consideration can make a difference. In Odessa, Texas, 2 people pulled into someone's driveway and decided to steal.
What did they take? I just saw it.
While they managed to take a few things, they didn't realize their license plate was clearly caught on camera, which led to their arrest. 2 FedEx drivers were on their route when one of them suddenly took a tumble. The other quickly stopped the truck, but couldn't help laughing when his colleague got back on.
Bro, it's... What the f***? Damn.
Luckily, no one was hurt, and it turned into a funny little moment. Flushing, Queens, a relatively safe area, was shaken in late November 2015 when footage of a break-in on 33rd Avenue near Union Street went viral, unsettling many residents. Security cameras captured a man wearing a backpack and a black cap with diamond, written on it, approaching a 4-bedroom house. Entering through an unlocked back door, he moved stealthily around the house, even crawling on his hands and knees with what appeared to be a knife between his teeth. Disturbingly, the homeowners were asleep in the same room as the intruder, who managed to take a cell phone from a dresser. Shortly after, the homeowner awoke to the sound of the intruder, who quickly fled the scene. Fortunately, no one was harmed. Despite capturing the intruder on video and identifying him as approximately 6'2" and 200 pounds, the police could not locate him. Reflecting on the incident, the homeowners said they would never leave their back door unlocked again. The intruder's intentions remain unknown, especially with 3 children in the house. In 2015, a couple in San Jose, California, experienced a second home invasion after the police recommended they install security cameras following an initial break-in. The couple set up 6 cameras around their house, which captured 2 men in black clothing climbing a fence and entering the home through an unlocked sliding glass door on May 8th. Once inside, they began searching the kitchen, disconnecting a phone and arming themselves with kitchen knives they found in a drawer. Footage showed the intruders running upstairs with the knives. When they reached a locked door, the main bedroom, they heard a baby crying inside. A family friend named Rosie was babysitting the couple's child then. Upon hearing the child, the men didn't flee. Instead, they aggressively tried to kick in the door, even breaking a hole in it and thrusting knives through. Rosie quickly took the child and locked herself in the bathroom, shouting that she had called the police. This caused the intruders to flee before they could break in completely. Despite reviewing the footage, the police were unable to identify the men. Their motives remain unclear, though their behavior suggested intentions beyond simple theft. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.